Right, there are two purposes to this video. Number one, testing my new microphones. So they are lapel ones. We're supposed to have them here, but I've put them on top of my hat, hopefully providing clearer, better audio, less wind noise. And purpose number two, talk you through the back nine here at High Post Golf Club. I might not get all the holes done, reason being, well, it's cold, it's wet, and it's windy. I'm going to talk you through kind of my routine, almost think out loud. So, hole number 10. We're off the short tees today, so it's 300 and about 10 yards, but it doesn't play that way. It plays a little bit longer. It's into wind and off the left, so fairway sloping quite hard from right to left. That's not going to make a big difference today because it's so wet. It'll only make a difference to that second shot where it's going to be a bit above my feet. So I've got my 3-iron here. I'm visualizing kind of where I want to aim it. I know that the wind's into and off the left, so I'm going to hit a little fade. Bit of a lower trajectory. Hit that one lovely. It's fading back up against the slope. Should be in a really good position. I'm not sure where the flag is. Right, so 77 yards. It's a 3-tier green and this pin is in the middle. We're using fairway mats. So the fairways are a little bit wet. Obviously we've had so much rain here in the UK. So what do we know about fairway mats? Well, for me, ball comes out lower and spinnier, so I'm going to play to land this probably by the pin, one skip, and then spin it back. Because the pin's in the middle, I'm happy to go after it. Wind off the left. Can be aggressive. A bit too aggressive. So that lob wedge was a little bit too aggressive. I've probably hit it about 87 instead of 77. Ended up on the top tier, so this isn't an overly nice putt. If I'm reading a putt, I'll often go to the side and about halfway down, just to have a little look at how much downhill or uphill the putt is. So I can see this one is quite downhill. I mean, it's winter green, so they're not going to be too quick. Left to right. And I'm quite happy with the 2-putt here. So I'm just looking at pace. Which I've hit it fairly hard, but good chance here for a nice 2-putt. Let's see. Again, if you're struggling with these, always mark them and line them up. Really important. Don't just go for the tap in, go through your routines. In terms of flag in, I don't really have a preference. I prefer, well, I don't have a preference, but I prefer. No, I think I prefer it out. Makes the hole look bigger for me, so it's a confidence thing. Right, so good par on the 10th, nice solid 2-putt. We are faced now on the 11th hole, par 3. Tough green this one. Big 2-tier green. You've got to make sure, I mean that pin is back left, or kind of middle left to be honest, but it's just on top of the ridge. You've got to be up there. Worst place to miss is left. Wind into and off the left. I'm going to poke a 7-iron, 140, so like I said, prefer long here. And for me, I'm aiming at it because I know that the wind's going to take it to the right. So by aiming at it, I know I'm going to miss it in the middle. I've hit that lovely. I've pulled it, but it's fading back onto target. It's gone long, I think. but I prefer that than short. Like I said, long is better than short. Don't know if you can see that ridge on the green, but it's not very nice. You don't really want to be putting from short or miss it short left here. So fairly straightforward chip. It's downhill all the way. I've got about 20 yards, so I'm going to try and land this bit of a lower trajectory, land it about a yard onto the green and just watch it chase down left to right. So I was a little bit worried about that ridge behind, so I've left about 3 foot. So he says 3, probably more like 5 foot. Now the wind is blowing quite hard off the right, so I always struggle when I think it's going to turn towards the wind, because I do think the wind affects putts. So this one I would usually have going just outside left, but I'm going to go inside left and hope. Good philosophy, eh? Oh, just hung on. Just hung on. I don't know if I started that straight, or I'll have a look at the footage, but we'll take it up and down par. The 12th hole at High Post, notoriously difficult, especially in the summer when it's running lots. Reason being, the fairway is about a 30-degree slope from right to left, so it's almost impossible to hold it. But right now obviously it's wet, so that shouldn't be a problem. The issue we've got now is it's into about a 20-mile-an-hour wind. It's playing 430, and it's cold. So playing all of this 430. There's 2 bunkers up there. I'm going to aim straight at them, hopefully hit a straight shot. I think it's alright, it's just the right side of the fairway, spinny. So just a quick word of advice for those amateurs that are playing in cold, really wet and into wind conditions. I don't think trying to keep a driver low is your best shout. So I'd always say just try and hit it as you normally do, because A, if you're going to try and hit a ball low, it's probably going to spin more because you're trying to hit down on it, touch more. It's also not going to carry as far, so if it's already not rolling, as in the fairway, then there's no point in trying to hit it really low. You might as well just try and bomb it still. Obviously slightly different if you've got a links golf course, and it's the fairways are rolling really quick, like the Tiger Woods Stinger might help you out there, but not when it's like this, I don't think. So there you go, word of advice. Ball above my feet, 167 yards to go. Bit of a scraggly lie in the rough, so I know I've got to hit down on this. It's going to come out a bit lower, it's going to spin up a bit more. Got a 5-iron, pins at the front, so it's front right. You don't want to miss this a long way left because you're chipping up to that green. I can miss it ever so slightly right and it will feed down straight into wind. I'm going to go right at it. I know when I try and trap them, they have a tendency to squirt out a bit right, so aiming at it is going to allow for that. Just as I said, it's right. Oh, and it's quite short. That wind has really hit that. Right, it's going to be a tough up and down from there, to be honest with you. Bit of a treacherous chip here. Off a downslope. Green running away from me. Not a bad lie. Just past the camera, it goes very much downhill towards the bunkers. So we don't want to be too aggressive with this. I'm going to land it just short and roll it on down. I've got 60 in my hand. Played that lovely. Just checked up a little bit too much, but like I say, when you don't want to hit it long, erring on the side of caution is not necessarily a bad thing. Having said that, not left the nicest of putts here. It's downhill. I think, to be honest with you, it's fairly straight. Can't see it doing an awful lot. So again, process here. I don't do any aim point or anything, but what I will do is I'll look from the side, I'll go to the halfway point, and then I'll look from behind as well. So it's kind of three things that I incorporate into my putting routine every time, just to try and get the right read. I think if anything, this wants to drift off to the right, but I'm thinking the wind's going to hold it. Quite exposed, this green, so dead straight. Quite happy with that. Another up and down. Probably need to start hitting some more greens. We'll see. 13th hole at high post. You've got a couple of options. I mean, you can see the option that I'm going for, but I'll talk you through them. So there's bunker on the left here, it's 240, and a bunker on the right that's 255. The gap in between is quite small. So generally, if I was playing a tournament, I would lay up short of those bunkers. So I'd be aiming at the left one, the fairway sloping left to right. Hopefully end up in the middle of the fairway, give myself a nice shot. But because it's quite wet today, with now downwind, I'm going to take those bunkers on and try and give myself a shortish wedge in. It's 340 yards from here. I think I've got 244 in me. Oh, sorry, 255. Hopefully 244. Aiming straight between them. Well, it's over the left one. Bit bottom, a bit toey, sorry. But that's fine over there. Pin's left, which is going to make this approach tricky. You'll see in a second. Second shot, 50 yards on the dot. Actually hit this drive further than I thought I was going to. Green sloping left to right. Pin is kind of on that left side, but middle. This isn't easy. This is not an easy shot. I've got to loft it up, got to land it on the front left of the green and just let it feed down. I've got a 60 in hand. Anywhere inside about, I think 10 or 15 foot's good from here. Nice soft hands. A bit flighted. It's just come out a little bit quick on me. Annoyingly so as well. It was a nice strike, it's just carried 5 yards further than I wanted it to. As a result, we have a 30 footer back down the hill. Fantastic shot here, wasn't it? I've got about 30-35 foot back down the hill, right to left. In the summer you'd be very scared of this one, but see, winter greens, it's not too bad. So I've just had a little look from the side. Gonna start this probably 5 or 6 feet outside the right lip, into wind, but downhill. Just trying to get the pace right. Stay up. I'm fairly happy with that. Right, uphill. Can be aggressive. If anything, it might move left. So inside right half here. Good stroke. Nice. Happy days. Another par. Not too displeased, although the second shot was poor. 14th hole here. So if you play it the correct way, it's a little dog leg from left to right. It's only 320 yards from here. Today wind is off the right. Again, because it's winter, there isn't much trouble around. This course's defence usually is the long rough that's just off the fairways, but as that's all cut down, I'm happy to go ahead and hit driver. There is a bunker at 220, but again, I don't think I need to worry about that. But I'm gonna go just right of it, let the wind take it back, and know that I've got a bit of room to work with. Come on, wind. Take it a little. Yeah, fine, bit toey. Not too bad though. 46 yards. Pin at the front. Probably got about 6 or 7 yards to work with. I'm going to try and land it right at the front. If it lands short, that's fine. It's going to work its way on there. But right at the front. Bit of a parachute shot. Face open. Again, nice soft feeling hands. And you fatted it. That's so poor. So arguably tried to get a bit too cute with that second shot there. There was more green to work with than I thought. That just puts an emphasis on actually going up and maybe checking the green just before you play a shot. Just go up there and just see how much room you've got to work with, where the kind of misses are. Because the pin was right in the middle, I could have been a bit more aggressive, and 15 foot long is better than ending up here. Get about 17 yards. Gonna try and be a bit more aggressive. Gonna land this one on the green, check, just release it out towards the hole, fairly flat. It's just not good, is it? It's not good. It's not good golf. We're having fun. This for par. I mean, I had 46 yards in for my second shot, and I've got 7 foot for par. Not acceptable, really. It's winter, but not acceptable. This putt should, if anything, go a little left, I think. Not that much. How much has that gone? I cannot read these greens to save my life. Been playing here playing here for ages, and I cannot read the greens. Like, genuinely cannot see how that's gone that much. I might have pulled it, but oh, damn it. On to the next. Right, 15th hole, straight forward. Again, it's in that kind of 300 to 350 range. I think it's about 320. I'm going to hit into the fatter part of the fairway with a 3-iron, so I'm going to hit it about 220 yards, you'd like to think, up there. Give myself a nice foolish wedge in. 2-tier green, and that pin is at the top tier, so. Right. We need a birdie. We need a birdie. Wow, it's a good start, isn't it? Straight down the middle. 101 yards. Pin back right. On top of a tier. Again, going to try and be aggressive. I want birdies. I've got a 60-degree wedge. If anything, left is going to be a better miss here. They say pin's on the right, so. It's all over it. I think it's short. Oh no, maybe not. Could be really good. Oh, it's either really good or short. So, stay tuned. Yeah, it was short. Do you know what I've realised though? How easy it would be to fabricate your videos. Like, no one would ever know if I went and put that 5 foot away. But no, instead, upper tier. About 30 foot. I think it's going to be fairly straight. It wants to move right at the start and then back left at the end, I think. But my green reading skills aren't the best. It was close, quite straight. We'll just tap it in. And it's a par. Stays 1 over. 3 to go. Right, 16th hole here at High Post. Again, similar to 12, notoriously difficult. There's a little hump in the middle of the fairway. It's about 260 to there. Well, but it's probably more than that, about 280. But it's straight into wind today. Downhill, sloping up to the right at the green. I've got a driver because I'm going to go at that hump. Yeah, pretty good, just right of it. I will have quite far in. 160 yards, pin front right. Short, not ideal, big slope, and right is a tricky little up and down from there. So I've got the 5 iron. It's a good time to tell you I've only got a half set. I would be hitting 6 if I had all my clubs. But little 5, aiming about 10 yards left of it, and if it feeds back, it feeds back. If not, it's safe. Beautiful strike. And it's short. I've come off a 5 iron thinking it was too much, and I've come up short. There you go. Golf. Green sitting quite far above me. This should be a fairly straightforward chip, to be honest with you. Land it at the front. Bit of check and release. Torque's a great game. Right to left as it gets on there, but only a smidgen. Again, can be aggressive. Back of the stance slightly. Just leaning onto my left side because I'm on an upslope here. Again, nice soft hands. Could have been slightly more aggressive with that. Wasn't the best strike either. Got a chance though. Well, actually, disappointingly short here. Even from down there I thought it was a bit better. Right, this putt. Right to left. Up the hill. Lining it up, got it probably half a cup outside the right. Again, we need to hit this fairly hard with some conviction. Happy days. Saved a par. This is scrappy, but we're doing alright. Very, very scrappy. Do apologise. Par 3. 17th hole. 148 yards up the hill. Wind is down off the left, or just off the left to be honest. Again, looking at that pin, it looks like it's on the left side of the green, so plenty of room to work with on the right. Left isn't actually too bad a miss, so I'm looking at this thinking I can be fairly aggressive. So I've got my 7 iron. I'm going to be aiming ever so slightly left of the pin, and just that wind's going to work it back. If it goes too much, it's fine. Wow, I think I've hit a good one. But I've said that before. and it hasn't ended up well, so fingers crossed. Hit a good shot in here. Left me a little downhill, right to left, I think. So I can't be too aggressive with this one. Just a nice stroke. Oh, has that really gone straight? You are taking the mickey. Oh, I can't read them. I need to get my eyes tested. Oh dearie me. Well, it's another par. 1 over, 1 hole to go. Last hole here at High Post. 411 yards. Slight dogleg left. There is a bush just on the left side of the fairway that I'm going to aim at. Wind is down and off the left. And we can just go ahead and try and unleash a little bit on this one. It's a bit right, but right is better on here. We're happy with that. It's a good angle in from there. 140 yards. Uphill, downwind. Again, if I didn't have a half set, I'd be hitting a wedge here, but I've got to kind of come off a 9-iron. Pins at the front. And there's lots of room behind it, so... See if we can finish off strong. It's just left of it. All depends on the bounce, really. Well, that 9-iron's gone about 165 yards uphill. I know it's downwind. Got a bit of a flyer. I just didn't fancy hitting a 50-degree wedge that far. Anyway, now we've got downhill, a few subtle undulations here. Got a 60 in my hand, not a nice slide. Just trying to get that weight forward, down into it. Played it quite nicely. Good chance for the par. Right to left putt. Finish off fairly strong. I think it's going to break a fair amount for a short 2.5 foot putt. Okay, just about. That's 1 over par for the back 9 at High Post. Thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for some more content. Also, how was the microphone? Was it alright? Did it work nicely? Good clear audio. I spent a little bit of money on it, so